Hey guys, I'm E and thank you for giving me just a few minutes of your time. I'm happy and excited for this series where we will deep dive into every era in Disney and try to figure out why or why not the magic has faded away, and what better way to start than where it all began.
Yes, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. You see?
You know this quote is a great quote for the predicament that Disney is in right now. They are running away from who they used to be instead of learning from it and trying to replicate the magic with live action remakes, which are successful but feel soulless. But what is this so-called Disney magic that is always so talked about? Where did it all begin, and where did it start with?
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Reveal her name.
Skin white as snow.
Snow White.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs was created in 1937, which was based on a German fairy tale by the Brothers Grimm. It was not only the first ever animated Disney movie ever, but also the first animated feature film. Snow White gets a lot of flack, but even after all these decades, it still holds up, especially with the animation. It's beautiful, vibrant, and well crafted. Yes, Snow White and the Prince don't have the best character arcs or development, but so what? It wasn't out to do that, and what it set out to do, it did well. A fairy tale brought to life. The Queen is an iconic villain and a great contrast to Snow White, not knowing that being fair has nothing to do with outer beauty, but inner beauty, and that's why everyone gravitated towards her. The Prince and the Seven Dwarfs. The dwarves are great, and I like each and every one of them. And I think they set a high standard for sidekicks in Disney's future, but overall, this movie is a timeless classic. Pinocchio was created in 1940 and is inspired by the Italian novel The Adventures of Pinocchio. Let me say instead, loosely based, because Pinocchio is wild and all over the place, but I like that. Pinocchio is a wooden puppet created by Geppetto and was brought to life because he wished for him to be a real boy. And that's the point of all the craziness in the movie. It's for the characters to learn and grow. Geppetto is a bad father, Jiminy is a terrible conscience, and Pinocchio doesn't know how to be a real boy. In the words, the fairy enlisted in Pinocchio correlates to the adventures that he goes on. With Stramboli, it's being truthful. When he wasn't honest, his nose grew. Bravery at Pleasure Island and unselfishness when he saved Geppetto and sacrificed himself, and he turned into a real boy. I'm always going to praise great animation when I see it, and man, it's like a book coming to life. I'm glad I didn't watch this movie as a kid, and that Pleasure Island escape scene, just the whole Pleasure Island, and even talking about Pleasure Island to the two crooks, was just left a bad taste in my mouth.
I takes him to Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island. Pleasure Island?
Fantasia isn't really my type of movie, it's not my style. I had to get up and watch the movie again because I fell asleep. I understand the concept of it, the animation is great, but it just didn't click for me. I did like the Mickey Mouse scene, I thought it was cute I guess. I just don't think this type of storytelling is being told through music is the best choice. Not that I don't like it, in some cases I actually do, just not this time.
Did you ever see an elephant fly?
Well, I seen a horse fly.
I seen a dragon fly.
I seen a house fly.
This movie really surprised me. It has a classic Disney trope of showing the relationship of a parent and their child, which they are known for. Dumbo was released in 1941 and it's a simple story showing that a mother will and should love their child no matter what they look like, and just because someone is different doesn't mean they are weird or wrong for existing. I really like the theme and the innocence that Junior has. He doesn't even know the boys are mocking him or that the name Dumbo is a diss, but he uses his unique ears to his advantage and realizes he can fly. It's interesting that other than his mom, the only person to accept him is Timothy the mouse. I like the symbolism since mice and elephants don't really get along in real life. Excellent movie and story, but we won't talk about those crows. Bambi, Bambi, Bambi. See, I got a little scared a few times, or a little spooked by the animation in the Golden Age, but you know, I didn't really get sad in that many scenes. And then I thought to myself that the kids who grew up during the Golden Age had stuff easy, nothing to make them cry, and then Bambi hit me like, okay, I'm sorry for doing that, I shouldn't have done that. But Disney really has a good rep when it comes to animals in movies and giving them great believable characters and personality. The forest is a great setting and it kills in this movie, and I love how the story is Bambi's life according to the seasons, and his life through to adulthood, and how his life began at the start of the movie and new life begins. Well, that was the Golden Age of Disney, and to be honest, this was a great start, and I'm excited for what comes next. I believe the ongoing theme with these movies was childlike wonder the characters went through, and the animators went through it too. Just think about it. When you're doing the first thing ever of your craft, it must have been exciting and inspiring. It must have been inspiring and exciting. One more thing I will say is that these movies had a lot of dark elements, which I didn't notice before. A sort of contrast to the other parts of the nice and happy, vibrant, childlike nature of the scenes. Overall, a great era, with a little kinks that should be adjusted. 7.5 out of 10. I'm E, and thank you for giving me just a few minutes of your time.